Imagine standing beneath a night sky, not just seeing distant stars, but actually hearing them. Picture every point of light singing its own unique note, every galaxy humming with ancient melodies, and every atom in your body resonating in perfect harmony with this cosmic orchestra. This isn't poetry or metaphor. This is potentially the deepest truth about the nature of reality itself. What if I told you that everything you've ever experienced, every solid object you've touched, every color you've seen, every thought you've had, is nothing more than a vibration, a specific frequency in the grand symphony of existence? The chair you're sitting on, the device you're watching this on, even your consciousness reading these words, all of it, potentially, is just energy vibrating at different rates. This revolutionary perspective isn't New Age mysticism. It's rooted in cutting-edge physics, ancient wisdom, and a growing body of scientific evidence that suggests reality is far stranger and more beautiful than we ever imagined. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about existence. 2,500 years ago, Pythagoras stood in ancient Greece, making a radical claim. The universe is built on mathematical harmonies and musical intervals. He discovered that pleasing musical notes corresponded to simple mathematical ratios, and he believed this principle extended throughout all of creation. His followers claimed he could literally hear the music of the spheres, the celestial harmony created by planetary movements. For millennia, this seemed like beautiful philosophy, but impractical science. Then came the 20th century. Max Planck discovered that energy doesn't flow continuously but comes in discrete packets, or quanta. Einstein showed us that matter and energy are interchangeable. Niels Bohr revealed that electrons orbit atomic nuclei at specific energy levels, jumping between them like notes on a cosmic scale. Werner Heisenberg demonstrated that at the quantum level, nothing has a definite position until observed. Everything exists as a wave of probability. Suddenly, ancient wisdom and modern physics were singing the same song. Nikola Tesla, one of history's greatest inventors, famously stated, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." He wasn't speaking metaphorically. Tesla understood that our material world is sustained by invisible forces, oscillating at specific frequencies. Here's a mind-bending thought experiment. Imagine you could dial a cosmic tuner, like adjusting a radio. What if changing the frequency could change what manifests in your reality? What if the solid wall in front of you is only solid because you're tuned to perceive that particular frequency? Tune differently, and perhaps you'd walk right through it, or see it as something else entirely. Let's explore what we can't see. The human eye perceives only a tiny sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum, the rainbow of visible light from red to violet. But this represents less than 1% of all electromagnetic radiation. Below red, we have infrared, microwaves, and radio waves, with increasingly longer wavelengths. Above violet, we find ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays, with increasingly shorter wavelengths. Each of these frequencies exists all around you right now, passing through your body at this very moment. Radio waves carry your favorite songs through the air. Microwaves heat your food. Infrared radiation warms your skin. Ultraviolet light from the sun causes tans. X-rays reveal your bones. Gamma rays stream down from cosmic events, billions of light years away. Your cell phone is performing an extraordinary act of frequency manipulation. It converts your voice into electromagnetic waves at specific frequencies, transmits them through the air to a tower, which relays them to another phone, which converts them back into sound. Wi-Fi routers create invisible frequency bubbles around them, encoding information in subtle variations of electromagnetic oscillation. Your entire modern life depends on understanding and manipulating frequencies you cannot see, hear, or feel directly. But it goes deeper. Rupert Sheldrake, a controversial but thought-provoking biologist, proposed the concept of morphogenetic fields, invisible organizing fields that shape the development of organisms through resonance. He suggests that these fields operate like tuning forks. When one organism learns something, it creates a subtle vibration in the field, making it easier for other organisms to learn the same thing through resonance, even across great distances. While highly debated, this concept illustrates how frequency-based thinking can revolutionize our understanding of biology and consciousness. Now we descend into the quantum realm, where reality becomes truly bizarre. At the subatomic level, particles don't behave like tiny billiard balls, they behave like waves. An electron isn't a thing located at a specific point. It's a wave function, a probability distribution spread across space. Only when we measure it does it collapse into a definite position. This is the famous observer effect, and it suggests something profound. Consciousness and reality are intimately connected through the act of observation. The very frequencies that constitute matter seem to respond to awareness itself. Consider the double-slit experiment, one of the most significant experiments in physics history. Fire electrons one at a time through two slits, and they create an interference pattern on the detector screen, proof that each electron travels as a wave through both slits simultaneously. But observe which slit the electron goes through, and the interference pattern disappears. The electron behaves like a particle instead of a wave simply because you looked at it. What does this mean? At the most fundamental level, reality exists in a state of pure potential, a superposition of all possible frequencies. Observation, measurement, consciousness itself seems to select which frequencies collapse into the reality we experience. We're not just observing the cosmic symphony, we might be conducting it. Then there's quantum entanglement, which Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance. When two particles become entangled, they form a connection that transcends space and time. Measure one particle, and the other responds instantaneously, even if it's on the other side of the universe. No signal passes between them faster than light. They simply exist in a shared state, resonating together as one system. Think of two tuning forks, perfectly attuned to each other. Strike one, and the other begins to vibrate in sympathy, even from across a room. Now imagine this connection isn't limited by distance or time. That's entanglement. It suggests that at the deepest level, separation is an illusion. The universe might be one vast, interconnected field of resonating frequencies. Some physicists and philosophers have proposed that consciousness itself might operate through quantum entanglement, creating non-local connections between minds or between mind and matter. While highly speculative, this could explain phenomena like intuition, synchronicity, or the mysterious effectiveness of intention and prayer that many people report, but science struggles to measure. The universe appears to be communicating with itself constantly through a shared frequency, a cosmic language spoken not in words but in vibrations, patterns, and resonances that connect everything to everything else. So what does all this mean practically? How can understanding frequencies improve your life? Sound healing traditions dating back thousands of years use specific tones and rhythms to promote physical and emotional well-being. Modern science is rediscovering why this works. Everything in your body has a natural resonant frequency. Your organs, cells, even the molecules in your DNA. Bioresonance therapy uses electromagnetic frequencies to detect imbalances in the body's energy field and apply corrective frequencies to restore harmony. While controversial in mainstream medicine, thousands of practitioners and patients report significant benefits. Ultrasound uses high-frequency sound waves to image internal organs and even destroy kidney stones. Researchers are exploring how specific frequencies might target cancer cells or promote tissue regeneration. But perhaps most intriguing is the power of intention. Multiple studies have shown that focused human intention can influence random number generators, plant growth, water crystal formation, and even DNA expression. If consciousness operates through frequency and resonance, then directing your intention might be like tuning an instrument, aligning your personal frequency with desired outcomes. Meditation traditions speak of different states of consciousness, corresponding to different brainwave frequencies: beta for active thinking, alpha for relaxed awareness, theta for deep meditation, delta for dreamless sleep. By learning to shift your brain's frequency, you literally change the reality you experience. You tune into different channels of the cosmic broadcast. This isn't magical thinking, it's frequency thinking. When you set an intention, you're not wishing upon a star. You're generating a coherent frequency pattern that resonates through the quantum field, potentially attracting or manifesting outcomes aligned with that frequency. Imagine yourself as a radio transmitter and receiver simultaneously. You're constantly broadcasting your frequency through your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions. Simultaneously, you're receiving and responding to the frequencies around you, other people, places, situations. The quality of your experience depends on what frequency you're tuned to. Ever walked into a room and felt the vibe immediately? That's frequency sensitivity. Ever clicked instantly with someone you just met? That's resonance. Ever had a day where everything flowed perfectly, as if the universe was conspiring to help you? That's frequency alignment. The implications are staggering. If you can consciously adjust your frequency through your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions, you can potentially tune into different realities or states of consciousness. This isn't about denying current circumstances, but about recognizing that reality is far more malleable than our materialist worldview suggests. Gratitude, compassion, and love generate coherent, high-frequency electromagnetic patterns, measurable in your heart's electromagnetic field. Fear, anger, and resentment create chaotic, low-frequency patterns. Which frequency do you want to broadcast? Which reality do you want to tune into?